Welcome to Monterey Stadium. Tom Reed along with Andrew Erickson, our columnist Rob Oller. Gentlemen, we have just witnessed the Crew win their third straight game, a 2-0 win over Orlando FC. First time since what, the end of 2014, three consecutive wins. Andrew, you must be the good luck charm. You come onto the beat and the team's playing really well. What have been your impressions of this team early on this season?
Yeah, well, we noticed, I mean, at the end of a 1-1 tie to open the season against the Chicago Fire at this same site, it was a second-half goal that looked very similar to a lot of the performances the Crew had in the 2016 season, where a win will turn into a tie and kind of tear the heart out of the team a little bit. But they've looked confident over these last 3 weeks. Today they were leading 1-0. The possession started to go in Orlando's favor a little bit, and then they net a second goal to kind of put the game out of reach. So this is a team that certainly looks a lot more confident than it did 3 weeks ago, and also last season.
I think last year they led the league in allowing goals 76 minutes afterwards. Today, as you said, they get it done. Merrim with the brace, the big second goal. Another guy who's really kind of stepped forward for this team is their young captain, the youngest captain in the league, Will Trapp. I know, Rob, you had a chance to catch up with him today. What did he have to say?
I think it's a relief for this team and Will Trapp to not have to deal with the distractions of the past year or so. Roster drama, even the color of the jerseys and the pants and the periwinkle, that's sort of behind them, and they can focus on playing, as he said, cohesiveness. There's a real camaraderie on this team, and I think that's important in sports, obviously, and they're feeding off it. So really big win. I think you're right, Tom. I think they had, 22 goals allowed 76 minute or later.
The lead of the league by 8, I believe.
Yeah, that's exactly
so,
right.
So this is a big confidence booster. Another guy I thought that played real well today, and I know he's a new guy, and Greg Berhalter, the coach here, would say, give this guy time, but Artur, I thought, played really well. Great ball to set up Merrim on the first goal.
Yeah, and it wasn't, Justin Merrim joked at the end of the game that it wasn't clear who the ball was intended for, but it kind of just went the Crew's way in that sense. But with Artur, you're, like you said, it's a guy that you knew was just going to be a matter of time. He has the ability to attack. He has the ability to really be kind of a ball hawk out there on the field. And so he really seems to be more comfortable, not only with the weather, but with his teammates, being a 21-year-old who is in the States for the first time. So really talented player and somebody who can give them a little bit more firepower.
Let's stay on this idea of young guys. Alex Crognale makes his home debut as a starter. Right. 2 starts, 2 shutouts. Now, today he had a couple of little slip-ups, balls, maybe not kicked in the right direction. But I know Greg Berhalter was talking about his positioning. Thought he positioned himself well today. What did you take of that?
Yeah, it was funny. Greg Berhalter said after the game, when I guess he realized that Jonathan Mensah wasn't going to be ready in time for the game, he told Alex Crognale to be an animal, and he certainly was. And I think this is a kid who, even when he makes the occasional mistake, he doesn't lose his head. He stays on his feet. He's able to get the clearance or a header when he needs to, and is really able to allow the back line to kind of keep its shape. And that was the thing about this defense. There were a lot of Orlando chances. It looked dangerous at times, but they didn't lose their heads, and I think that was kind of the key to the second half.
Again, you talked to Trapp. He's not only the captain of this team, but also probably a mentor for a kid that he was teammates with in Crognale for 1 year. Both from Gahanna. What's he saying about Crognale?
He just loves that Gahanna pipeline, as we said. I think he just likes the way, the composure of the kid. Andrew said it. He didn't have maybe the greatest game, but he didn't lose it. He did not melt down. I just think the kid's composed. The kid's 6'5". I'm calling him kid. That shows where I am. But 6'5" and like 220. He's a force, and he's only going to get better. You can see that.
Again, today, Egwene is involved in the offense. I'll be the first to I'll be honest, I thought at the end of last year, I didn't know what this guy's future was here, just because of the injuries. Not that he had a lot in the past, but he has really come on. Again, it wasn't his best game today, but I thought he played well again today.
Yeah, and there aren't the goals to show for it, but he sets up Merrim on his second goal. The work rate is consistently there. He's not losing a lot of balls or ending chances by giving up a ball. So he's really been key to this 3-game streak, and that he's been able to be pretty consistent and look healthy doing so. And I think for him, being able to be on the field for a full 90 minutes and look healthy doing it, I think is a huge part of it.
Don't you think he's a steadying influence? I mean, absolutely.
Oh well,
I mean,
when he's on his game, I mean, we saw it a couple of years ago when they made the run to the title game. He's a terrific talent, and it's just a matter of, again, going back to your point. He was obviously very much involved in the distractions last year.
Absolutely.
I don't remember what week that game was. I think it was against Montreal. Who was going to take the penalty kick?
I think it was in May, right?
Yeah, it was early in the season.
Yeah.
And for this team to, as you were saying, they're just going out there, to use a John Tortorella line, about just going about their business right now.
Yep.
And it's a very, it looks like they're having a lot of fun. 3 in a row. Does this put them at the top or right? We'll have to wait to see what happens the rest of the day.
Yeah, I know they were tied, I think, with 7 points. Granted, the rest of the league had a week off for international play last week. But they're right up at the top of the table now, and this keeps them there. So certainly from their perspective, they're hoping to keep it that way.
And again, this was the team that did not win a game in its first 5 weeks last year.
Until week 6. Yeah.
So it's a very good start. Greg Berhalter has promised some changes. This team looks better. It looks like they're having fun. And we're going to be back with you soon, right here on Dispatch.com. Make sure you follow all of Andrew's great coverage, and we'll see you soon.